Hey, what's going on, everybody? Battletech here for BattletekHD Gaming, and this is a Resident Evil 7 updated thoughts video. So, if you guys have been following my channel, you might remember I made a Resident Evil video, with me voicing my concerns over the direction of the Resident Evil franchise. Mainly, I was, disappointed that the route that they went. The route that they went. But that shit sound funny as hell. But anyway, I was kind of concerned that they went the first person route, in an obvious attempt to cash in on the void that Silent Hills left, and to cash in on VR. It's real easy to tack on VR. Or I'm not gonna say tack on, but it's easier to get a a more immersive experience in a first person view rather than going with a third person view. So I understand those design choices and whatever. So I always said that the game looked like it could be a good game. I always said that it could be a completely new IP. Didn't necessarily have to be a Resident Evil game. But I gotta say that my views have changed on this matter quite a little bit. After spending more time with the demo, I'm really starting to get into it. I really need to know more about this story. And just see how Umbrella and everything is going to tie in, because in the demo you do come across evidence that Umbrella is involved in this in some shape, form, or fashion. We just don't know how involved they are, but we do know that they are in the game. It's just that we're not going to see all the normal things that we typically see, like zombies, lickers, and things like that. But then again, we just don't know. I purposely stayed away from any spoilers or in-depth looks and things like that. I stayed away from, because I want to try these things out fresh. So I really don't know much about the story. I don't know where it's headed. So I mean, for all we know, there could be some zombies or some type of bio weapons and things like that in the game. Well, I do know that there is some type of bow or some type of bio weapon or whatever this thing is. It's in the demo, and you'll see it here in the gameplay after I stop talking. This gameplay goes on for, I think, maybe 20 minutes, so I'll let that go after I'm wrap up with my thoughts here in a bit. But it's starting to feel like Resident Evil. The demo, if this is any indication of what the game is going to be like, I'm really hoping that the multiple endings that we have here in the demo, I hope that translates over into the full game. I hope the full game has multiple paths that you can take, and you get multiple outcomes, that'll keep the replay value, pretty, I'm not going to say high, but it'll be higher than normal. Typically you beat a story, it's one and done. You might play through it a second time, but chances are real slim of that happening. But if they introduce multi-endings, multi-path stories, that'd be pretty nice to see. What else did I like? Okay, I finally got my hands on weapons, so we do know that there are going to be weapons and things like that. At first, like I said, I thought that this game was just going to be a straight up, one of those first-person horror games like Amnesia or Outlast or something like that. Those type of games where you really don't get weaponry, is more like you're running and hiding and things like that, and shit's just scary, and, jump scares and things like that. That was my initial impression of this Resident Evil. But I see that I'm wrong in that respect. There are weapons and things like that. So like I said, there are going to be some Resident Evil type things in this game. So, I have changed my view on that since my last video. And right now, I'm really charged. I'm really excited. The game looks great. The footage you're seeing running in the background, this is running at, I believe, 1600p, upscaled to 4K. The game looks great, lots of detail. I'm pretty sure this game is going to be awesome in VR, which is going to be exclusive. Well, it's going to be a timed exclusive for the PlayStation VR. So for the first year, which is quite lengthy, but if you're going to do a time exclusive, that's how you do it. But for the first year, if you want to play Resident Evil 7 in VR, you're going to have to get it on the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation VR. After that, we're going to see it move over to PC, and then, Oculus and Vive owners will be able to experience the game in glorious VR. But at that point, are people really going to still care? I don't know if I'm going to be that hard up for VR. I hope I'm not going to be that hard up for VR content if I decide to spring for a VR headset, that I'm going to be waiting around a full year to go back to play Resident Evil 7 just so I can experience in VR. Who knows? The game may blow us completely out of the water, and we're going to want to go back and experience that VR, that VR part of the game. That remains to be seen, and that's highly possible. So, there's that. And I still got to figure out what to do with this fucking dummy finger. So I'm going to be playing this demo, over and over, and find all the little things that I've missed. And I know there are some things that I've missed, and there's some mysteries with these mannequins and a couple other aspects. So, I'm liking that, man. There's a lot of puzzles. There's just a lot of mystery, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the full game when it comes out. I think it comes out January. I have to double check that, but so far so good. I was worried, and I'm not worried anymore. I guess that's the bottom line, and that's the gist of this whole video. Is that I was wrong, and my views have changed. So hopefully you guys enjoy the footage in the background. Let me know what you guys thought of the Resident Evil 7 demo. Do you plan on getting it? Are you gonna get it in for PlayStation VR? Just leave me some comments down below. I'll be sure to interact with you guys as I tend to do. But at any rate, man, I'll go ahead and leave you guys with the rest of this footage. And I appreciate you guys coming out, hanging out with me for a little bit. And as always, less trolling, more gaming. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Who? Where did you find this guy? Give me a...
Boy, you are nothing. Just a man without a family.